Hello everybody. I got a 2018 Honda Accord. I'm doing a head gasket. The vehicle has like an 80,000 miles, and the reason I'm doing this is because it's overheating. The girl bought the car a few years ago, like two, three, and she brought it here with me because it was misfire. So in the previous shop before here, um, they did they put a new um, fuel injectors, and she spent about $2,000 parts and labors, and she wasn't happy because it still misfired. So she brought it to Honda to do the diagnostic, and what they did is they're trying to sell the original injectors, and they tried to sell in AC compressor, which is right here, for $2,000, and they're trying to sell the head gasket too. So she walked away because obviously it's gonna be too much. So she contacted me, she brought it here, and I asked her about the old injectors, and she says, well, I had it here. So, and I says, okay, let me try something. I'm going to decarbonize the valves and clean the injectors. So, which I did. So it did a lot better, but still less misfire. So one day I removed the spark plugs and I saw coolant, a little bit coolant. And the next day, what I did is I drove it the night before. I drove it, let it warm, let it set overnight. The next day, I pulled this. I fired it up, and the car was shaking because I had coolant on the system. So I pulled the spark plugs, and I saw coolant in there. So and I said, you know what, the head gasket is leaking in the combustion chamber. So, okay, just do a head gasket. Okay, I guess. So here I am. So I removed the timing cover. It's not bad. Pretty easy. The only thing I will suggest when you guys doing timing chain or timing cover is put a floor jack underneath and disconnect the catalytic converter and drain a little bit of the oil. Don't make the mess like I did, because the oil pan is full of oil. It was leaking a little bit. I got the pan in there, but it was too late. So I removed the timing cover, which is right here. Silicone all the way around. Then this one doesn't have a seals like the previous models. This is the timing cover because the tensioner is on the bottom. The previous motors, they have it here. Yeah, not bad. The crankshaft is seal is seeping a little bit, and also the timing cover. But 12s, 10s, and 210s. So basically, it's 6 10mm sockets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and just pry it. Very careful. Oh, this thing is tricky. 12mm here, and it has the weird bolt. They got this tension. This one right here. So don't forget, because you're not gonna be able to see it. It is right here. Okay, so the reason this dipstick is here, so that way I can see when the crankshaft is in dead center. Right now, I was trying to to look for more information about this timing chain. So what I find out is this timing chain has three yellow links. So one thing I'm gonna how can I say mention it, I guess. This, let's see, okay, right there. This line lines up with that on the block, just for reference. And somebody already was here, and the reason I know is because right there somebody painted those two black lines. They're not from factory. And another thing I'm going to mention is this lobe. It's kind of like I would say probably like 10:30 on the position, and this one is like a 3 o'clock. That one 3 o'clock, kind of like a 10:30, and there's no marks. So in the links is gonna be 3, and the arrow is gonna be in the center. Where's the arrow? Let me see, right there in the light. Yeah, the arrow is pointing up. So basically, it's gonna be like this. Pretend this is the links. So the center one is gonna be for the arrow. And the same thing on this side. The center one is for the arrow. And right here on the crankshaft, like I said, somebody kind of marked it already. Let me see. Somebody put a marker there. See the black mark in there. But that's not what I'm trying to show you. Right there on the bottom is the arrow. So on the bottom it's going to be 2. So just try to put it in the center between the links. And pretty easy. This intake manifold is pretty easy to come out. This is the intake. It has like 2 bolts on the bottom. I removed the throttle body, and right here on this side, right here, is 2 long bolts. This one right here, that covers the fuel injector rail sensor. Once you remove the intake manifold, also remove the throttle body. That helps you a lot. Remove the throttle body, disconnect the fuel line before you remove the fuel rail, otherwise you can reconnect those injectors in there. And right here, just be very careful because it's got a sensor right here. There is a oil cooler hose that goes right here. There is 2 washers. It's like a copper washers. Pretty small, very small. Try not to lose that one. See, right here, very small. That's your seal. And this solenoid, that's the one goes right here. Goes like that. The bolt goes right here. Can't see it because of the timing cover. So remove this bolt, and the bolt goes right next to it. That's for the timing cover, and the small bolt long is for the solenoid. And once you remove all the bolts, don't forget to remove the harmonic balancer and should be popped right up. What I normally do is just use a pry bar right here and work around. And right here, it's got a bracket on the back, which is right here, right where my finger is, right here. It's a bolt, the hook that goes there. If you're not removing that, that goes right behind this bracket. There's no way you're gonna be able to move it. Also, inspect everything else on these cars. The turbo goes bad because a lot of times they get chewed up, the bearing seizes up, falls apart, and this bracket right here is the water outlet. It's got an O-ring. It's there. It's holding the whole thing. Just the O-ring. Just remove that. Leave this camshaft sprocket in there, or this bracket for the camshafts and sensors. Do not break it. And just use a bunch of cords. Just try to pull the harness that way. And the reason I remove all these, the battery and blah blah blah, is and to get more room, you know, because heater hoses that goes here. It's, I believe, throttle body, oil cooler. Oh no, sorry, throttle body, little coolant hose. Disconnect everything you can, and that's it. And when you depressure the fuel injectors, be careful, because sometimes they can have a pressure, or the line that can have pressure. So just be careful. Have some racks around. Use safety glasses. Don't get gas in your eyes because they burn. I know the burns because I got gas in my eyes one time doing a fuel pump, like a 1980 Ford truck. They got the dual tanks. One of the tanks they got full and they have a lot of pressure. So when I removed the filler cap, all the gas and pressure went to my face and it burns bad. So not too bad on this one. I'm gonna be removing the cylinder head. I got that engine for that truck, and I gotta have another truck. I gotta have another engine out of that one. So I'm gonna be busy. I'm just trying to share. Just play safe, be safe. Look around, make sure there's not oil on the floor. If it is oil, try to wipe it off. I got boots that they are oil resistant, but those accidents that can happen anytime, anywhere. So just be careful. Okay, guys, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.